Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. Moorea here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing a get ready with me. I'm going to work, so I wanted to do like a shadow, a nice base, but also I want to introduce you to my series that will be happening throughout my next couple of videos within videos, which is Project Foundation. So what Project Foundation entails is I have a lot of foundations in my roster and I just want to bang through them and I want to use them and I want to like go back to them. A lot of the times people who either create content or are makeup artists or they just love makeup, they have a lot of inventory, if you will, for foundations, and I have quite a few that I have done for videos and I've reviewed. So now the only new foundation that I'm interested in getting into my collection will be the one size one, but other than that I don't have any plans to introduce any new foundations into my collection until I finish the foundations that I currently own. So Project Foundation will be me revisiting using just kind of like the foundations that I already have. So for example, today's video, I use Maybelline Fit Me. And I've done several videos on the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. So we're just revisiting and we're finishing this bottle. I'm giving myself to the end of September to finish it. It's September 14th. So it should be fairly easy. I'm already halfway through the bottle anyways. So it should be done by then, if not before. And then we're going to tackle our next foundation. So if you want to see the series, definitely subscribe. If you have any questions about specific foundations that I may have and you want me to do videos on, stay tuned for the series. Definitely subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, join the family, and yeah, I will no longer keep rambling. If you want to see how I achieved this look, then keep on watching. All right guys, so we are starting off with the brows. I'm going to voice over this part. I'm just using my Kniz Edge Control. I use this in my brows all the time. It is amazing. On days where I'm not doing too much for my makeup, I can just leave that edge control and just apply that on its own and it'll give that laminated look. But because I'm going full out with a full beat, we're going to lay some lash glue, some clear lash glue on top. This is just going to reinforce for my brow to stay down and laminated like that. I'm carving out the shape of my brow before I even fill it in, so I have a guideline, and then I'm just buffing up the concealer. And then this is my favorite brow product. This is the only thing that I put in my brows to redefine them, which is the Anastasia Brow Pen. I use the shade Granite because my hair is black. And I like this. It gives my brows hair-like strokes. I've been using this product for years now. Ever since I started to do like a fluffy laminated brow look, this is the product that I use. So we're going to fill it in. As you guys can see, I'm doing light hair strokes, and then we're going to clean up the brow, and this is how I do my brows now. This is pretty much done, but I'm going to go in now with primer. My favorite primer. Okay, so I've color corrected all over my face. I use my tried and true, my LA Girl Orange Pro Concealer in the shade Orange, and I get that at my local beauty supply. Now I'm going to go in with my damp sponge and my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, which is a classic. I've done a video, like a full review on this foundation before. And I know a lot of people like it because it's a really good drugstore foundation. It doesn't feel too heavy on the skin. It's nice, it's matte. It's good for oily combination skin. Although if you do have dry skin and you want to use it, you can. I would just suggest priming to your skin's like type. So make sure you hydrate your skin accordingly. I already primed my skin. I have oily combination skin, so I use my Fenty Beauty Primer, which is one of my favorite primers. And I'm trying to get rid of that bottle as well for that Fenty primer, which it's almost done, but I've had it for a really long time. So I'm just trying to run through that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this as I usually would. I always like to apply my foundations with a sponge. And then I'm going to go through with the rest of my routine. My concealer today is going to be Huda Beauty's Full Filter Concealer. And I'm using the shade Caramel Corn. I have two different shades in this concealer, but this one I'm just using to get through. So I'm gonna lay down my concealer, and then in the meantime, I'm gonna cream contour with my NARS contour. This is my Laguna in shade 5. I love this cream contour, so I'm just gonna get it onto my brush and start working that into the hollows of my face. So right here where my cheekbone is, we're working that through, and then the perimeter of my face to sculpt it. Okay, so now I'm going to blend out my concealer. It's been sitting for a while, so we're gonna go ahead and blend that out. And I'm not really worried about going back, like blending it and it's going into my contour, because we can always reinforce the contour. Plus I need to cream bronze my skin. Okay. So now that that's blended out, we're gonna go ahead and cream bronze. And I love the ABH Terracotta shade, so I'm going in with that. It gives me like a natural bronzy look, so I actually like to put quite a bit. And again, it just helps to even out my face and like warm it back up. I could go a shade deeper, but I like terracotta because I reinforce my bronzer and contour with powder anyways, so it just works out for me. Then we're gonna go in with our powder puff and set our face. Like that. So now the center of my face is set. We're gonna go in with my face powders. So I'm gonna mix my Morphe Filter 10 powder, my Sephora collection, Toffee Spice, and then I'm gonna go on top with my MAC Dark Tan Mineralized Skin Finish and a fluffy powder brush. Is this dry? Okay, it has to be. That's what I do know. And the reason why I'm going in with a darker powder to mix, which is the Toffee Spice, is again because the foundation I find is just a little bit light for me right now. So I'm just combating that. My Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Powder. And I use this under my eye and I use the shade Tan. I'm going to take my same powder puff that I used to set and I'm going to push and press this under my eye for that bright under eye. It also aids in adding a little bit more coverage in that area. So I reinforced everything. I set my face with, well, not set, but I fixed my face down with Fix Plus. I always do this on my videos, so there's that. Now I'm gonna go in and do my shadow. And we're going to use the Jordana Tisha New Divinity palette. I've been also trying to use my palettes as well. Like certain palettes and get through them. I'm gonna do a pretty neutral look. So I wanna go in with a dark brown. So I'm gonna go in with Aphrodite. Mix a little bit of iris together, which are just two dark browns in the palette that are pretty neutral. So I'm going in with those two shades first. Now, without adding anything, we're going to do circular motions to blend out the edges of this shade in my crease right now. I'm just going to take my face powder, the Morphe one, and I'm going to press it under my brow. I always do this every single time I do shadow. This is going to help further blend out the edges of my crease color before I go in with that color to sandwich in between. In between, I'm going to use Huda. That one's kind of like more of a neutral tone, whereas the other ones are a little bit more warm. Too warm for what I'm trying to achieve. And I'm going to go in with Huda on the outskirts and sandwich that between my brow bone and the end of the crease color. That's just going to help add a further gradient effect and, like, again, sandwich and layer out those shades. Okay, so everything's nice and blended. I'm going to go in now and cut my crease. And I'm doing a half cut crease, like I'm not doing a full blown accentuated out, but I want my lid to be defined. So now that I've smoothed out my base, I'm going to go in with Aphrodite on the outskirts of my lid. Then I'm going to take a flat shadow brush, if I can find one. And I'm going to go in with, I think I want to do Celeste. Celeste. I'm gonna put this here, yeah. Mascarpone, yeah, okay. So I'm going in, ooh, why does that, okay. I'm going in with my Beauty Bay Rich palette, and I'm gonna take mascarpone. That's just what I want in my inner, yeah, this is perfect. Go in with a little bit of black eyeshadow. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of Nova, which is the black in the palette. I'm just gonna add a tips to darken up the shadow. Okay, I'm going to come off camera. This is the shadow. I'm gonna come off camera. I'm gonna do my liner. I'm not doing a wing. I'm just gonna do my liner to the edge and kind of smoke it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna put some shadow underneath and do my liner. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you my lip combination. Okay, so I did my liner. I'm gonna do my lip combination now. I'm gonna take this Charlotte Tilbury pencil in the shade Foxy Brown. Then I'm gonna go in with Makeup by Mitchell, Made by Mitchell, Mattitude lipstick in the shade Greige Girl. I'm gonna leave the lip like this. You could, but I'm gonna go in with Dimensional Brown Liner from Makeup Forever just to deepen up and add more contrast. And then I'm gonna go in with About Face Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Play Hooky, and I'm going to rim the outer part of my lip so that I can keep my liner dark. Butterscotch from ABH, and place that in the center. So that is the lip. I'm going to pop my lashes on, get my hair together, and come back and show you the completed look. Okay guys, so this is the completed look. I am about to head out the door for work. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in another one. If you haven't already, go ahead and rate, comment, and subscribe for another video, and check out some of my other videos if you are new to my channel. And if you have any requests, let me know in the comments down below.